Welcome to Uma's classroom. This video is on the topic order of operations. This topic is good for grade 4 to grade 8. Let's begin our discussion. The order of operations refers to a collection of rules that helps us to understand about which procedure to perform first in order to evaluate a given mathematical expression. And this guiding rule is commonly referred either as BODMAS or PEMDAS. Let's see first what does it mean by these two terms. Let's start with the first one, BODMAS, where B stands for bracket. There are three types of brackets. The first one is first bracket or parenthesis. Second one is second bracket or curly bracket. And the third one is third bracket or square bracket. Then next is O. O stands for off. If off is present in any part of the mathematical expression, that refers to multiplication. So off actually refers to multiplication. Next is D. D refers to division. Then it is M. M refers to multiplication. Next is A. A refers to addition. And the last one is S. S refers to subtraction. Now let's look at the other one. P, E, M, D, A, S. P refers to parenthesis. And we know from here, which is also known as first bracket, looks like this. E refers to exponents. M refers to multiplication. D refers to division. A refers to addition. And S refers to subtraction. In different countries, different rules are valid. Some countries like to use the first one, whereas some countries like to use the second one. Both the rules are taken as correct. Though very less, but few countries are there who like to use the rule as B, E, D, M, A, S, where just like the other rules, B stands for brackets, E for exponents, D for division, M for multiplication, A for addition, S for subtraction. So if we look at this rule, this is more or less similar as any one of them. If we make a summary of these guiding principles, we are getting few rules. Just like rule 1, there is no change in sign of the integer inside the bracket or parenthesis if a positive sign is present before the bracket or parenthesis. Let's take an example where we can apply this rule, then it's much more easier for us to understand. Suppose 7 plus parenthesis 16 divided by 4. So let's look at this example. Here we have parenthesis and we can see one positive sign is present before the parenthesis. So any one of them we can apply, either BODMAS or PEMDAS. In both of them, the first one is bracket or parenthesis that should be operated. So here I can see inside the parenthesis a division operation is given. So let me finish that part first. 16 divided by 4 gives me 4. And now as there was a positive sign, so whatever I am getting from here directly, it is coming over here. In this step, we have just one simple operation left, that is addition. And if we look at this, we strictly followed any one of them. Here it is bracket, here it is parenthesis, and we also perform the operation for these integers as they were inside the parenthesis. Let's look at rule 2. If there is only an integer but no sign before the bracket or parenthesis, we multiply the integer obtained on simplification inside the bracket or parenthesis by the outside integer. Let's take an example. 8 plus 2 parenthesis 12 minus 10. If we look at this place, there is no sign, no positive or negative sign before the parenthesis. So first we will apply the order of operation rules. Then we have to consider for this rule 2. So 8 plus, according to order of operation rules, we are operating this part first. So 12 minus 10 giving me back 2, and according to this rule 2, As there is no sign before the bracket or parenthesis, we multiply the integer obtained on simplification. This is my integer obtained on simplification, and according to this rule, rule 2, we are going to multiply this one by the outside integer. Now look at this, and again there is a scope of applying the order of operation rules. Our rules are either BOD, MAS or PEMDAS. So here in both the cases multiplication comes first before addition. So let's finish that part. 2 times 2, 4. Then now only one operation is left. This is 12, and this is my final answer. Here we have one example of simplification where we will be getting a scope to apply different sets of order of operation rules. Look at this. Here I can see there is no positive or negative sign, so we can use rule 2, of course. And here I can see one new sign. This line is put on top of these two numbers, 12 and 9. This line is actually grouping these two numbers together, and it is indicating we have to perform these operations first. So let's begin. First we will perform the operation for this part. So this will remain as it is, 6, then 24 divided by 12 minus 9, that is 3, parenthesis, minus 12, close this parenthesis, minus, and in the same line we can perform this operation also. So this is going to be 30 plus 4. Next, here is the parenthesis. So first we will do this operation. 6, 24 divided by 3 is 8, and according to rule 2 I am supposed to put multiplication sign over here, and then it will remain as it is. Minus, I can perform this operation for this parenthesis. So 30 plus 4 is giving me 34. Next, here 6 times 8, this is multiplication, so according to rule I will do this first. 48, 6 times 8 giving me 48, minus 12 inside the square bracket, and then minus 34, this is outside, giving me 48 minus 12 is 36 minus 34. Now here just one operation is left, that is subtraction, and 36 minus 34 is 2. We are moving to another type of rule which is mainly applicable in the beginning of algebra section. And if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe, share and comment. And always look for new math and science videos in Uma's classroom. This is rule 3. So I already mentioned this rule is mainly applicable at the beginning of algebra. Let's look at the rule. The sign of integer obtained on simplification inside the bracket or parenthesis changes if there is a negative sign before the bracket or parenthesis. Let's take an example of this type. 6 minus parenthesis 16 divided by negative 4. Let's look at this part. Here is one negative sign and before the parenthesis here is the negative sign. So when we do this simplification, first let's keep this intact and finish the operation of the part inside the parenthesis. So here I can see this is 16 divided by negative 4. Here is a negative integer and here is a positive integer. According to the rule of division of a positive integer by a negative integer, the answer is going to be negative 4. So here I am getting negative 4. Let's go back to this rule 3. The sign of integer obtained on simplification inside the bracket or parenthesis changes if there is a negative sign. So I can clearly see here is a negative sign before the parenthesis and inside the parenthesis also we are having one negative sign. So according to this rule, and of course this is according to the basic rule of algebra, the sign is going to be changed. So I am getting 6 plus 4 and this is my final answer, 10. Look at this part carefully. Here is a negative sign, so according to this rule, rule 3, the sign changes and it becomes positive, and this is my final answer of this simplification. We have our last example over here, and in this example of simplification we will be getting a scope to apply different sets of order of operations rules. So according to the rule, the first operation is going to take place for this part. Let's start. Minus 8 minus curly bracket minus 6. We will finish this operation first. So 9 minus 11 giving me a value negative 2. So this becomes negative 2, and as there is no sign before the parenthesis, so it is going to be multiplication, then the remaining part will be as it is. Next, minus 8 minus curly bracket, we will finish this operation first. So negative 6 and negative 2 on multiplication, they are giving me positive 12. So 12, and when there is no sign written in front of any integer, it is always considered a positive sign is silently present over here. So over here I can write the positive sign or I cannot write, doesn't matter. Let's move on. Plus, here I can see 18 divided by negative 3. So according to the rule of basic algebra, 18 divided by negative 3 is giving me a value of negative 6. So I will write that negative 6 here, then minus 8 minus, let's finish this operation. As positive sign is present before the parenthesis, so according to rule 1, there is no change in sign from over here. So ultimately it is going to be 12 minus 6. Next, minus 8 minus. Let's finish this operation. This is simply 12 minus 6. So this is going to be 6. Now I can see two negative integers are going to be added. Let's try this here. Negative 8 and negative 6. If I add them together, they are giving me negative 14. And now my operation is over. This is the final answer for this simplification. And here I have done all my works I needed to finish this. So this is today's video all about, and of course you will get a quiz link in the comment section of the video. Please don't forget to attempt the quiz and send me a feedback of it. Thank you so much.